Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and today's video is my Plein Air Festival Part 2 video. If you haven't seen Part 1 with my supplies and prep, I will leave that linked above for you to go and check out, and then you can come back to this video. So today is September 7th, it is Wednesday, and we are just pulling into the parking lot of the Watercolor Institute, which is located in Jamestown, New York. Here we are just walking up the sidewalk to the building itself, which is also very beautiful. It's in a very peaceful part of town. So here is some close-up of the building itself and the beautiful architecture it has. I want to take you guys along with me every day of this festival so you can see what it is like. I'm walking in with my watercolor paper, and my dad went with me to go check in as they are doing an event, the kickoff party later after everyone gets checked in. Oh, this is the registration. Hi.
Hello.
I'm here to register.
All right. I'm here to register you.
Thank you.
What is your name?
Jessica?
And I need to stamp these, I guess?
Yep.
For you?
I just put them in the paper because of the rain. I've never seen you do this before. This is my first time.
This is my first time, too.
Yeah, we haven't done this before. This is
so
all new for us.
This is exciting.
It is exciting.
So you were able to stamp as many paper or canvases as you'd like, and I did a few just in case I had mistakes or wanted to paint something else. After getting it stamped, you received a beautiful tote bag that you can see in the upper right, and it was filled with a packet of information of all the places that you could paint. After receiving this stuff, we walked around the museum a little bit, which you can see here. And these two big beautiful paintings are actually all done in gouache. So here you can pause the video if you want to read a little bit more about Roger Tory Peterson himself. Here is a clip of inside the tower, which I thought was so beautiful, so I had to include it. And here is a map of the grounds, so you can see they have little trails everywhere, and we went for a little walk just before the kickoff party started. So the kickoff party started and we were able to get a few drinks, and then they had some charcuterie boards, which were so lovely and delicious, and I will show you a few clips of that, filled with goodies, all these cheeses, meats, and crackers and chips. It was a very calm, cozy, relaxing atmosphere. They did have a band playing, and then they gave a little bit of a talk. All the staff here was very friendly, supportive, and so great. They were so excited about this event, and here I have a clip of Maria.
Hi, my name is Maria. I'm the collections curator with the Roger Tory Peterson Institute in Jamestown, New York, and we are very excited to welcome artists to Jamestown for our inaugural Plein Air Festival. So we are partnering with a number of organizations around town, so that includes the City of Jamestown and Jamestown Community College, Chautauqua Watershed Conservancy, and the Audubon Community Nature Center, in order to celebrate the natural beauty of the local scenery. We are really excited to see what artists end up seeing in nature so that we can learn how to see it through their eyes and better appreciate it.
Good morning. It is Thursday, September 8th, and I am loaded up. Look at all this stuff. I probably brought way too much, but I'm here at the Jamestown Audubon, and I'm looking for a spot to paint. So I'm just walking down the pathway, and I hope I didn't forget anything. It is a beautiful day for painting. So that's awesome because it's been raining the last couple days. So what time is it? It's about 10:30, and I did not bring anything for lunch, so I might leave for lunch. I don't know how much I'm gonna get done, but we'll see. Okay, so I found the overlook. It looks like a couple artists were already set up there, so it's a little crowded. So I guess I'm gonna move on. That's a bummer, but maybe I'll find another spot by the water, because if not, I don't really have a backup plan. Might just have to find something else. So we'll see. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, we are here. I went here and it was pretty full. So I think I'm gonna make the little trek up here and go to this other little shelter. And I hope no one's there. Yeah, I guess I'll make the trek and hopefully it's a good spot. So this is called the Bluebird Field. Very pretty, very yellow, lots of goldenrod. I mean, this could be a good picture too. So continuing on. Okay, I made it out to the big pond of blind. Looks like I'm the only one out here, but let's see what kind of view it has. Oh wow, it is right over the water. Ooh, this is a nice view. So maybe I'll hang out here, maybe do a painting here, I'm not sure. I also liked the bluebird field. Alright, so I've been walking around for about a half hour trying to find a spot, and I think this is my favorite. I like all this goldenrod. It's very bright and pretty, and it's just a matter of finding a good spot. So there's this bench here that I've stood up on, and I like this view the best because I can see over it. Yeah, I think I want to capture something like that. But going this way is also pretty. And no one else is out here, which is nice. So I walked up a little further up the path, and I think I like it here. Yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna hang out. There is lots of honeybees. Hello from the chair. I'm kind of getting an idea of what I'm going to do for my composition. So I'm in my sketchbook to start out, and what I first did is, I don't know if you can see this, but I did a grid, and this is, I have a grid on my sketchbook, and this is using the rule of thirds. So everything isn't exactly in a perfect composition, so I'm kind of going to play with it. So wherever these lines intersect, those are considered points of interest, if you've ever heard about the rule of thirds. So I'm going to sketch out how I want the composition to be, and I'm going to take some artistic license with the view and kind of put things where I want them to make a better composition. And then I think I'm gonna leave the grid in the background and then just paint over it, so that way when I move to my paper, I can have a good map of where I wanna put everything. So that's what I'm gonna do, and that's just how I'm gonna start. So now I'm gonna start sketching. Okay, checking in again. Here is my sketch. I just sketched basic shapes of areas. Foreground, so it'll be really detailed. This area will be the middle ground, and this will be the background. Same with the trees, those will be in the back. This will be the sky. Here's some side trees over here, and then the birdhouse, which is the main focal point, I guess. So it took me a while to get the right angle on the birdhouse. It's still a little off, I think, but I'm just gonna throw some paint on pretty quickly just to get an idea of like values and detail and about where things should be with color. Okay, so I'm gonna record a little footage of me painting my sketch. It is very hard to see what you are able to see, so I'm sorry if it's not great footage. The sun is pretty bright right now. I have everything on my board. I have my palette kind of rubber band to my board. I don't know if you can see that. My sketchbook's just sitting on the board, and then I have my 2 water cups down here, which, by the way, with the tops on, they do hold the water without leaking, so that's awesome. And then I have some stuff over here in the armchair. I have like some tissue, a spray bottle, I think the eraser. And then I just have my pouch of brushes that I'm just gonna hold in my lap, honestly. So I'm gonna test out this masking fluid pump marker, and I'm gonna just mask off a couple areas in the foreground, which would be the goldenrod. I'm gonna see how it works on the paper. Hello, I just wanted to do a check-in because my battery died. So here we are with some base layers down. I think I'm gonna record more of the sketch planning phase, so then I can concentrate more on the official painting. So here I am continuing on with my practice painting, doing the pathway, and there is some stuff that I ended up liking more in this practice painting than I did in the final painting that I did. For example, on the side trees over on the left that I'm doing right now, I actually really loved the way I did this, and I did not do it the same way when I did the final painting, so I'm a little disappointed because I love the way this tree turns out. So some things that I did not like in the practice painting was the goldenrod field. I felt like I put a little too much green in the field, so when I did the final painting, I definitely made it more yellow. And I don't know if when you see the final result, if it's too much yellow, but I definitely wanted to emphasize the goldenrod and how bright it was in the sun. The masking fluid that I tested that I'm peeling off right now ended up working out very well. I was able to get very fine detail with it, and I had no issues with the pen itself. It did not tear my paper at all, so this is something I'm definitely going to be using again in the future. As for those water cups, if you watched my part 1 video, I was worried about them being too small, and that is exactly what happened for me anyways. So I was doing quite a lot of painting, and a large painting at that. So I was using a lot more water, especially with that large mop brush you can see laying on my palette. It definitely took up a lot of water. So these are good definitely for travel sketching if you're doing smaller stuff. It was a 9x12 piece of paper opened up. So in the future, I'd probably want to bring a separate water cup that's a lot bigger. So just a little bit about the Jamestown Audubon Community Nature Center. It is a 570-acre wetland preserve that includes over 5 miles of trails, a native tree arboretum, picnic areas, a natural play space, and educational gardens for you to explore daily from dawn until dusk. All right, I think I'm pretty much done with my sketch. I have a good idea of what I'm gonna do for my painting. I love the splatter and the dry brushing effect. I like the masking fluid. I think that worked really well. I think I just have to maybe do it a little differently. So I think I'm gonna get set up for that, and I don't know how much I'm gonna film of that just because I wanna be able to concentrate on that. But you have a good idea of what I'm gonna be doing here. Okay guys, so here it is, the final piece. I'm not 100% happy with it, but I'm proud that I completed it, and I'm doing this Plein Air Festival and I didn't let fear get the best of me. But here's some close-ups of the texture and stuff I tried to get. But yeah, here it is, and it's already coming off the board, but I gotta peel it off and go turn it in. All right, here it is on the official stamped paper. Here's the final piece compared to my original quick sketch painting in my sketchbook. I'm gonna go turn it in and I will see you guys tomorrow at the show. So it's Saturday, September 10th, and we rode our bikes down to the Institute to take a look at the art. Here we are in the area that they have all the paintings displayed in frames and on easels, and this is just a quick 2-minute clip that I wanted to include of everyone's paintings. And this one is my painting, you guys, and look, there is a green sold sticker. It actually sold to one of the sponsors of the show, and they offered above asking price, which was so generous of them, saying that I underpriced my work, which was a huge surprise for me, and it definitely made the show and made my day and makes me definitely look forward to participating in this next year. So I'm just going to quickly go around and show a quick clip of each piece, and if you want to pause the video to take a look at the pieces more in depth, then you can do that. So the day started with it being open only to the judges for them to go around and evaluate all the works, and I will show you the winners here at the end of the video. After the judges did their walkthrough, it was then open to the public for a wet paint sale for a few hours for everyone to come in and take a look at our pieces, and then they did a closing ceremony. They actually ended up keeping all these pieces for a week longer to keep on display. Then afterwards, they had a little awards and closing ceremony out on their beautiful patio area, where again they had some more drinks and snacks, and then they had some closing statements that I included here.
This is our inaugural RTPI Plein Air Festival. So why do we do a Plein Air Festival? This is really important for us to advance our strategic plan. So one of the critical goals of our strategic plan is to nurture the next generation of nature artists. Doesn't matter if you're professional, amateur, or anything in between. Just going out in nature to see and engage more deeply with the natural world. I can tell you that this one right here, I will never again look at one of our bluebird boxes without seeing the rich field of gold behind it. I walk past this every day, right? And I see it, but sometimes I don't fully see it until an artist really helps us draw attention to it. And all of a sudden I just stop and went, that's just incredibly beautiful. So now I have that richness that lives in me because of the experience of the artist has helped draw my attention to this beautiful aspect of our preserve, as they have done with all of these things.
I wanted to show you guys the judges' top picks. First one is for the mixed media, which was the embroidery piece. Then they chose the top watercolor pick, the top oil piece, and then finally the best of show, which was very beautiful. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it interesting. If you want to see more art videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!